Hi everyone, it's BDevine, and I thought that you guys might actually want to see me today. Maybe not, I don't know. But I usually am just doing the readings like lately, right? So I just thought I would come in because it's Friday, and of course I got a hair on my lip right now. Friday is a new moon on the first of the month, and this is a new moon in Aries, okay? This is usually very fiery. When we get this particular new moon, we need to focus on what we want to do, where we're going, where we've been heading on our journey. And believe me, if you saw my April video where I was doing all the readings and stuff, everything is coming to climatic changes here. We're seeing one thing after the other of situations suddenly changing direction, right? And I have been obviously trying my best to keep up with a lot of different things. I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm here, but I'm also teaching in an academy. And every single week at the academy, we all come together and are able to talk with each other about, different things that are going on and also what we're learning and all that sort of thing. And having a space, let me tell you, having a space where there are like-minded people is so important, right? Because normally I'm just leading my own charge, okay? And I'm just doing my own thing, and I've been doing this for a really long time. But working with the students at the Light Leaders Academy and all of us coming together with the same purpose and really wanting to help and really being fired up with this energy, we all get to talk about certain things that we come across, And if you've been wanting to do it but you're on the fence, just do it and you'll be so glad that you did. Okay, there's so much information in there, it's not even funny, and you can go at your own pace. But what I wanted to talk about today was this new energy coming up for April. Okay, we've already done a little bit of a reading about it. I'm going to do another one on Friday. I'm going to do another big reading, but today I thought we would have a look at the crystal mandala as well and see where we're heading. Also, you have to realize that one of the biggest things, I'm teaching about PTSD right now, and I've lost my cards. Okay, there. So one of the biggest things that happens to us is planetary things and solar information that comes, and we get all these downloads. And when you have solar downloads in certain ways and things that are coming, so there's a big flare that hit today, and I'm just going to read it because I've just posted it for everybody at the Light Leaders Academy. I just posted this, and it is about the different radiation. The geomagnetic cosmic rays health risks, right? And so when it gets up into these geometric storms, they go up in these, I don't know if you can see, oh yeah, there you go. They go up in severity, right? And so when things are in the high risk stuff, you can have problems with your heart. There can be dysfunctions. You can have arrhythmia. There can be all kinds of things with blood pressures fluctuating as well. You could feel anxiety, depression. You could feel like you're up and down with your moods, like out of nowhere. Autoimmune, so arthritis, lupus, epidermoglandular stuff can be going on. So there could be migraines, cognitive diminution, risk increase, light-based, anyway, all kinds of things. Visual impairments, reaction times are changed, risks are increased, all these things. So you're feeling energy. They keep on messaging me about it right now. But you're feeling the energy shifting and changing and growing and shifting and changing and growing. And you're feeling you might be feeling like pressure spots. Like for me, that's the most thing that comes up is I'll get like a pressure spot on my face, most likely, depending, and it'll stay. Like the last one that we had, my husband and I, 10 days of this constant pressure. And so instead of thinking the worst, which a lot of people do, like, oh God, this is really hard, and I'm dealing with this, and my body's in pain, and I'm stressing out, and oh, it's just, when's it going to end? And I'm just get out of your head, because you're making it far worse than it needs to be. Okay. So what you do is you say, okay, I'm feeling this sensation right now. I've had a look, and it does show that there are some solar flares. The new moon is here. I'm dealing with doing a lot of clearing. I'm dealing with doing a lot of learning. I'm asking for assistance. I'm asking for my upgrades to come in. I'm asking for my abilities to open. And then I'm feeling something and I'm like, oh, I've got to shut it down. It's got to stop. Ask for, and this is what I told my light leaders, ask for a high vibrational shield to be placed around you, which buffers the effect of these things. Okay. And if you're still experiencing some things and you really are concerning yourself and getting all worked up, go and see somebody. But first, don't jump to that conclusion. And the idea of getting empowerment and becoming a lot stronger, becoming who you really need to be, is to start to shift your language into everything being on a more positive note. So if you're feeling something, okay, I'm expanding, I'm shifting, I'm growing, my abilities are attuning, I'm rewiring, I need to rest. Don't say I'm sick, I need to rest. I can't explain how powerful these words are. And what you've created with what you already have is through your mind thoughts. So it wasn't getting you where you want to be. So we need to use our mind thoughts to get us to where we want to be. So we have to stop moaning, is basically what it is. And stop attributing everything that happens to us as something going wrong. And instead attribute it as something going right. Okay, something shifting. This will make a huge difference in your life. So we move into this new moon in Aries. I wonder if my cards are close by. I'll grab them real quick. Sorry, everyone. Yep, I've got all kinds of things in this room right now. All right. So I'm just going to read real quick about this new moon in Aries, okay? Now we have the new moon, which always brings the new start. So a new start is coming on a brand new day of the month, April Fool's Day, as they say, first of the month, right? Okay. It's time to take action, okay? This is what the new moon in Aries is representing. A time to take action and focus on your goals, your dreams, your wishes, your direction, okay? I'll read to you a little bit here. I'm going to do a crystal mandala card as well. So, Aries, okay? So it'll be, where is it? New moon in Aries. First, it's also the first sign of the Zodiac, right? So you have the first of the month, you have the first sign of the Zodiac going on here. And it's time to take action. So it says, a flame is lit. A wonderful new start beckons, and you're on the right track. Drawing this card, oops, can't hold it and do it, sorry. So this card is a superbly positive sign. If there's something that you want to happen in your life, this is a card like it is a big yes from the universe. It's time to really tune into your dreams. You may still have a long way to go. After all, Zodiac, this is the first sign of the Zodiac. Okay, Pisces is the last, Aries is the first. We're in the first of the month having a new moon, beginning. That's an enchanted energy. Wow, okay. So take this card as a big yes from the universe. Tune into your dreams. Determination, self-assertion, and bravery are called for, but the hot fire of Aries is driving you towards success in whatever endeavor you're asking about. So it says, don't go too fast, okay? Treat people as well as you charge towards your goals, okay? Don't even think about giving up, it says. Do your best and be happy with that. Avoid being brash right now. Make a 12-month plan, and for some of you, a new person or a new male energy is coming into your life. So the new moon in Aries is the first of the 12 or 13 new moons of the year. If you're committed to working with all of the lunations, then the new moon in Aries is the right time to start. Start something now, because you got so many ones pushing you along, okay? It signifies it's the ideal time to start your moon work as well. Set your intentions. Things are going to happen, and the Aries energy was coming along for some of the readings that we were doing, and it's just talking about this climatic, fiery push and all kinds of information coming out. That's exactly what we're seeing. Okay? You've got to hang in here with positive intentions, because there's plenty of people out there that are trying to keep you scared, trying to keep you locked down. I have broken through a huge barrier that was up on TikTok. Okay? So even on TikTok, for example, people weren't seeing my work. And I just kept on going anyway, because I'm there to spread light. All of a sudden, I did a specific declaration, which is something that I write all the time. I give it to classrooms. I do this whole big clearing declarations. I made this declaration specifically for myself and for social media. And I tested it on TikTok first. Okay. And suddenly, I'm telling you, all of a sudden, and it only started, so it started on Saturday, like last Saturday. So I'll put up a video now, and I woke up the next morning, there was 8,500 people who had seen it, and all these people that were following and sharing, and it's gone nuts ever since. So I did a specific unblocking for anything that was trying to hold me back, because unknowingly, sometimes what we do is in past lives, we say to ourselves, I don't ever want anyone knowing me. I don't ever want anyone knowing who I am. I don't want to draw attention to myself. I don't want to have everyone know my name. I don't want to be famous at all. I don't want to have money. I don't want to have wealth. I want to be left the hell alone. And this is what we do, right? So we are focused on this. And, we've set this up. Of course, you come into this life and, you're trying to manifest, you're trying to move forward, but you've got all these blockages in place that you put in place. And it's not only the blockages that you put in place, but it's the people or the spirits that you've given permission to watch over those promises. So they keep them alive. You see? I know I've talked about this before, but it's extremely powerful when you can use the right words to clear yourself out of an old situation. It's possibly been there for hundreds or thousands of years. All right, so it's releasing trauma, beginning a new way of doing things. And it worked. Okay, now I'm sure there's more where that came from, right? I'm sure there's more than just that, but it was like so easy to see. I mean, I know that there's all this nuttiness going on and it's all going to come crashing down, and we've got it happening. People are starting to wake up. I don't know why it's taken so long, but people are, and we are all on a unique journey, right? We are on a unique pathway. We're not on the same pathway as everybody else. We're awakening on so many levels. We're lifting and shifting our experiences every single day. Now we can choose to surrender to negativity and therefore have a very negative life, right? And have nothing happen. Or we can choose to honor our own sovereign energy and use it for the good of all. Use it to have the life that you want to have, to manifest the things that you want to manifest, and to constantly live in a state of excitement, which says, what's next? How fun is this going to be? Rather than, dreading all this stuff. So we're going to have a look at the crystal mandala. And the reason I want to look at these is because these help us to focus on our spiritual path, okay? And as I said, I'm going to do a bigger reading, overhead reading with lots of different cards and things. But all of our cards have been telling us, if you've been watching these other readings, that everything changes. It's like a thief in the night. Suddenly it's over. Look at the C19. Who cares about it anymore? Because everyone's focused about everything else. And all these people that didn't wait, had to do what they had to do. There's still a reason why that happened as well. And you've got a way out of it too, I really believe that if people felt forced into doing something, that they shouldn't be punished for it, right? So there'll be things that happen to shift this energy out, to heal it out. I don't know how many people have written to me and saying, help me get this thing out of me. And it's like, well, it's a reason why it happened as well. And we have to honor that also. Okay. But I think what I've been instructed to do is to make sure that everyone's empowered and not giving into fears, not judging yourself or others, trying to have compassion for what's going on. But the most important part is that you are moving forward on your spiritual path and you're not stopping for anything. You're not letting anything stop you. There is a way out of every situation. There is. If that's what you can say to yourself, there's a way out of everything, a way will become available to you. If you say it's never going to end, it's always going to be, it's only going to get worse, oh, things are terrible, we're going to get under, live like that then, and that will be your reality. But our reality needs to, and I can just see this glow around me. I don't know if you guys can, but it seems to be like I can just see this glow. Anyway, your reality needs to be powerful. My biggest thing that's happened to me is that the people that have had the jib jab, that they've had it, I hardly ever hear from them anymore. That's saddening to me because they're my friends, and time is just ticking by. And I don't want to be the one always reaching out either, So letting it go and really seeing, there's at least 50 people that are just, I don't know what's going on, And I've just seen that as the most, it's like a big distraction now, or they may not even notice that that's what's happening. They may not notice that they're just living their life or whatever. But when you normally hear from someone at least once a month and then nothing, yeah. Well, I can tell. My husband can tell as well with some people that I can just keep, sorry everyone, I can just keep seeing the light changing in here. There is no reason for that to happen. I don't know if you're feeling like a glow, but I certainly am. Anyway, maybe it's just when I look back at the screen, it's sort of, all right, what do we need to hear? And if people are coming in, I appreciate you. I'm not live. This is pre-recorded, just so you know, because people think I'm being rude by not answering them. It's pre-recorded. It's called a premiere. It means that you can chat while the show is happening rather than just commenting. Okay. All right, you ready? And ding, we got the ding. Archangel Ignacio and Tiger's Eye. Tiger spirit rises. So we know Ignacio makes everything happen super, super fast. So let's take a look. Number 13. Ooh. Okay, Ignacio. Ready, everyone? Here we go. We bring you the gift of Tiger Spirit Rising. You are being empowered with a truth more potent than fear. Your spirit is rapidly expanding beyond what opinion and logic can contain. It needs to be free to run wild with divine grace in the world. Your life and your destiny, your divine fulfillment requires that you have the courage to roar for love, to refuse to be put down, to respect yourself, and to let your untamed loving heart be free. Your spirit creates a field of divine electricity through your body and mind that can liberate others from conformity and social conditioning, allowing them to break away from systems based in control and fear. As your tiger spirit rises, you excite and empower the tiger spirit in others to rise above conditioning as they discover the wild divine spirit being they are in truth. So the divine is loving, tender, and merciful. It is compassion, wisdom, and peace. It is also wild. This means it is what it is, natural and free, with an instinct towards growth. It will not always make sense to the logical minds. Do you look at nature and understand her wild ways? Sometimes they make sense, at other times they are unfathomable to the mind. We may recoil or admire her handiwork, but life through her wild grace thrives. The divine spirit in you is wild too. It needs to grow, and it will throw off any confines to its freedom to be what it is. It may take time, lifetimes in fact. Yet when the strength has been built up sufficiently within, those who seek to control or tame you had better watch out. This is not selfish, nor is it cruel. It is not abandonment or betrayal. It is not escapism or immaturity. To shed conditioning one layer at a time takes courage. You have to trust in a self you don't fully recognize as yet. Your mind may tell you that if you don't play by the rules and force yourself to behave in particular ways as dictated by society, you'll become a monster without compassion, value, or lovableness, or that you'll become lazy, rejected, selfish, or alone. These are fears that the mind holds on to that help keep you caged. What happens when you tap into your wildness is that authenticity is discovered. You find out who you are. You give yourself permission to recognize that you are a spiritual being. You allow yourself to operate in broader ways than those dictated by society. You trust in spiritual laws, and you're willing to take risks to bring authentic, creative visions to life. When society tells you that for you to be successful, you must walk a particular path at a particular time and in a particular way, you roar at it. You eschew that sort of fearful narrow-mindedness and jump on the back of your wild tiger nature, living life as a colorful, vibrant experience, which is unpredictable at times and yet so much more deeply soul-satisfying than anything playing by society's rules could have brought to you. Allowing the wildness within will not make you a harmful influence in the world, but quite the opposite. It will free you to live and love as you choose. It opens you up to become a non-resistant channel for divine grace and flow through. Your life becomes filled with mystery and with magic. You feel like a full color, high definition version of yourself, exactly, instead of the blurry, faded image that society would have you believe is a true reflection of your divine beauty. When this comes up, there's an opportunity to break away from the tribe, to step into your divine destiny in a new way. Hello. In time, you will connect with a new conscious crew, but you may have to take some steps on your own as well. It's going to take courage, but you have that in abundance. It might startle some people around you who don't understand why you're choosing things or what you're choosing and why. You might not even know exactly why yourself. If you feel an instinct within for growth, trust it. Your wild tiger spirit is rising, and this is lifting you out of the world you have known into a time of increasing vibrancy and radiant, loving life. Roar loud and proud. Your kindred tiger spirit souls will hear you and be drawn to your lights. So here's where we're at. We're being empowered with a truth more potent than any fear. As you take a step in trust into your forward movements, into your new life, trusting that everything's going to work out better than you even expected, that is exactly what you see. And it's like a miracle to you. But all you've really done is let go and allowed these divine potentials, these divine new opportunities, the divine new you to step forward and be allowed to be seen. Okay, so many levels. So we call upon the crystal angel of Tiger's Eye. And now Tiger's Eye is also a very protective stone. And you can use Tiger's Eye to protect your auric field against, parasites, negative energies, anything like that. And also a lot of people use it for cleansing and clearing a room, in the corners of the room, etc. I love Tiger's Eye because it makes you feel really, really grounded and really strong and protected. When I started having a lot of empowerment in my life, it was using a lot of Tiger's Eye as well. Plus, I'm a Leo, so Tiger's Eye kind of work. And by the way, I can make you a Tiger's Eye pendant. This is a labradorite, of course. This is nice and dark blue labradorite, but I can make you these pendants. And at Rock and Gems, if you place save 10 in the checkout, you'll get a 10% discount. Okay. We are trying to see what happens with Rock and Gems without having to do all of these auctions and things because, my schedule's already so full. So if you really do want discounted crystals and you want things made specifically by me for you and set up, whatever it is that you want for kits and stuff, then there you go. Okay, rockandgems.com. So we call on the crystal angel of Tiger's Eye and angel Adnachiel, who love me unconditionally. Thank you for the divine healing gift of my rising tiger spirit. May I embrace the wild divine grace of life as it flows through my own being, liberating me into the most authentic, vibrant, and radiant expression of divinity. May all beings be free from the cages that confine their souls in fear, through divine mercy and unconditional love, and through my own free will. And I choose of my own free will through this and any lifetime, this is important, and through all layers of my entire being, to shed the conditioning and the associated shame, fear, confusion, and related belief systems that have held me back from the wild divine grace and raw beauty of my true nature. I choose to trust my instincts for growth, light, and life, and roar freely for love to be made manifest in the world. May wild grace flow through me with merciful compassion so that all beings can be happy and free through unconditional love May divine love bring freedom of the wild spirit within every being, so that divine dignity, respect, strength, and integrity can shine true in all ways. Through divine compassion, my tiger spirit rises, wild and free, shining bright with divine dignity, and so be it. Okay? With unconditional love, so be it. So, Archangel Ignacio as well. Now, what this means is that if you actually open yourself up and just surrender the whole situation to the divine, or to Archangel Ignacio, what it does is it creates a super fast energy. So things are taken care of quickly, but not if you're in your head all the time. Oh, your conscious mind is what they call in when I was doing Dolores Cannon's quantum healing hypnosis therapy, she calls it Mr. Stupid. Your conscious mind will be stupid. It will talk you out of what's good for you. It will chatter away. It will try to solve problems. It will sit there trying to figure out the whole stuff that's going on the planet. It will give in to fear. It will give in to nervousness. It will give in to anxiety. It will go into its same old habits and defense mechanisms, right? It will go into all of these things, right? And it will just keep you in that, I can't do it because this will happen. I can't do it because that'll happen. Or she'll say this, or he'll say that, or what will my parents... And you're just in this all the time. And the conscious mind is not connected to anything but Mr. Stupid. The subconscious mind is connected with your higher self, and connected with source energy, and actually has an answer, or knows the answer to, or can access the answer to everything. Right? So when you connect with your higher self and source energy and ask for them to flow through you whilst you're grounded and connected and protected, then this is what you end up with. Channeling all the time. And you know damn well that you're panicking about nothing, right? You know this. This is what happens. You actually know that you're worrying yourself literally sick. So when you're in that space of receiving and you're in connection and alignment, you don't have that. All you have is, let's go. Let's go. This comes up, I've got an answer. That comes up, I know what to do. This comes up, I'm channeled in. I don't need to worry about it. What am I worrying about it? And a long, long time ago, my dad sent me a book when I was living in Australia. And it was Dale Carnegie's How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. I thought it was the stupidest book I'd ever seen in my life. I'm like, thanks, Dad. But when I was younger, as I've explained to you all, I had a lot of nervous anxieties because I was always worried about the future and what someone's going to say, do, think, 10 years ahead, right? My dad gave me this book one time. And as I read it, I actually read it because I thought, well, what can it hurt? And it talked about a lady in the book that worried herself so much. Like she was worried about getting boils on her body. She worried about it. She worried about it. And she thought about it. And she gave herself boils. Right? And there was instance after instance of these people that, you know, what they worried themselves into. And in the end, I was cracking up laughing. By the time I got to the end of this, I'm like, oh my God. So really what we think about, we bring about. There was something in that. Now, at the end of the book, the author said that they stopped themselves in a worry pattern by saying, what's the worst that can happen to me? And the worst that could happen in this poor lady's case was she was going to get boils all over her body, right? So if that was the worst that could happen, And you actually had a way to get out of that. So in other words, treatment and camphor and, keeping them clean. And so there's a way to fix it. Then what in the hell are you worried about? So if the worst that happens is that someone leaves, or you don't have that job anymore, or you might not have much money for a little while, but it's going to invest in something massive or whatever's going on, and you know that you will survive because you've done it before, probably 1,000 times, then what are you worried about? Nothing. Okay? You are afraid of all of the possibilities. And I often, I've told my son before, because he does, suffer from anxiety, and he'll tell you about it too, which is another story. But I said, it's not really anxiety that is the problem. What's the problem is the thought of anxiety coming on, when you're out somewhere or whatever. And so it's not the anxiety, it's the thought of having it. And just that thought of having it puts it into motion. So you're going to get it when you're out. You're setting yourself up to succeed with your manifestation of anxiety. And you've got to learn to use this way of thinking to your benefit, rather than something that's always been a difficulty, a problematic ending, right? That kind of thing. Here goes Pilot. I didn't even know he was in here. Hi, Pilot. Oh, which way? Hi, Pilot. Good boy. You can wait. We're nearly done. Said it's a long wait. Yeah, so the tiger spirit rises. The Aries energy is here. The storms, the this, the that, the information is coming out. How long have I been telling you this? Pluto started its thing on the 22nd. Look what's going on, ripping all the dirt up. Okay, we need to find out what's underneath all of this dirt, because there's more than what you think you know. This is Archangel Michael explained to me in 2012, when everyone was freaking out about 2012, the corruption has to be exposed in such a way that people who are blind to it will have no choice but to actually see it. That's why it's taking so long. But I am telling you, if you're looking in the right places, it's already fully exposed. Okay? And there's just a little way to go. April is going to have 3 moons. We are going to be, depending on where you live, but you still got the energy of 3 moons wherever you are. I'm going to be doing the moon, but I want to tell you, the end of April, it may actually be the beginning of May, because I'm trying to figure out with the academy and all this sort of stuff. But I am teaching 2 Egyptian Reiki methods, one on one day, and then the next day we do a second one. It is unbelievably inexpensive to do it with me. We will have Zoom class, okay, for all of the lessons. You will receive a PDF manual so that you can do it with other people. You don't have to have any experience in Reiki or healing. It'll all be shown to you how you do it, okay? And you'll get to keep this and pass it on, use it as part of your work, use it as part of your toolkit, and also get to know what it's like to be in a classroom with me. We're doing Zoom stuff. It's hilarious, but you will learn a lot as well, okay? And it will go on a Saturday and then a Sunday. It'll be 12 p.m. Mountain Time till approximately 4 p.m. So you have 4 hours and then 4 hours, all for the one price, $99 USD. That's it. You can't get one method for $99, let alone 2, okay, with me live. If you're a patron, you also get a bonus discount on that, and you will have to be a patron to see those discount codes. I haven't put them up yet, but in the next week, so when April the 1st begins, by the next video, you'll be able to go and do it, okay? And then you'll be invited to the Zoom. Then that Zoom lesson will go up on the Teachable website. Right where you've signed in, you'll be able to always see it and go back if you get stuck with anything as well. fantastic. Okay, I'm trying my best to help you as always with discounted things, but believe me, there's nobody that teaches in this way. They just don't. Okay, and this is why I'm teaching the light leaders. We've got to be completely different, because everybody does it the same old, shame old, and like it's just boring. Okay, and we need to change this. People actually need therapy. They need help. These are going to be Egyptian methods, which are always very, very powerful. One of them is Isis Blue Moon. The other one is the Golden Triangle method. Very easy, safe, and powerful as well. So if you're interested, make sure you're a part of the newsletter, which is down below in the information box, hopefully. And then you will get the email when it comes out of how to sign up. Really simple. Okay, but I am going to go for now. I really hope that you enjoyed these messages. It was great to virtually see you all and be here. Okay, hope you're happy and well wherever you are, and I will see you soon. Okay, stay strong, stay focused. You've got this. Okay, and see you soon. Okay, bye.